What's up, people? Hands in the air like this. That's for 11. That's it. Let me just get the solution. Hands in the air like this. That's for 1 and 1, 11. This is going to be a short session. This is just going to be a little look at PEP, which is Jamaica's exam practice session. And I mean, compared to NGSA and SEA, this is a practice paper, right? So let me just cream up here. You never do maths without being properly moisturized. So let me just make sure I'm moisturized here. So everybody just make sure you're creamed up and thing. Yeah, the pick a struggle. You can't be dry and doing maths. You know what I mean? So if you wondering what's going on with my background, I'm not in Trinidad. I'm not in Trinidad. I am in, and the chat, you all can feel free to guess where I am. Everybody hearing my audio? How things going? How things going? Press like. Now we'll be back again at 3 p.m. and that will be useful for the SEA students. SEA students, this is good as well. Good practice to just prime up. It's cool. It's cool. And yes, for those of y'all who guessed Guyana, that's not correct. For those of y'all who guessed Jamaica, that's not correct. But someone from my class, Kaylee, already knows what the answer is. So I am in Orlando. I'm still here. I'm still here. I in a place. You're in a place. Well, yes, I am in a place. So we're gonna run through these questions really quickly, and then we'll be back at 3 p.m. for a look at a quick SEA past paper. And that is an SEA past paper. I think it's 2022 or is it 24? One of those years that we'll be doing. We'll be doing it as a speed run. It will be missing some of the questions that you all will be tested on in SEA this year. So there's some elements missing from that because during the COVID years, they removed some sections of the syllabus, but nevertheless, it's good practice for like what, 80-90% of the syllabus still, right? So we have seen some answers pop in the chat. People are like, sir, let's just get this over with real fast. I have my Sunday lunch to eat. So the answer is B. Yeah, you see in 53.02 seconds, he's walking or something. And this 5 here is definitely in the 10th position. So let's move. Let's see how fast we can get through a PEP paper. Anybody here from Jamaica? If you're from Jamaica, say Wagwan. Use the above shapes to answer the below. How many squares are there for every stars? How many squares are there for every 3 stars? Oh, for every 3 stars. So you have 3 stars, 4 squares. 3 stars, 4 squares. 3 stars, 4 squares. So it's an answer of how well you could just quickly visualize ratio, proportion. So the answer is indeed C. There's 4 squares for every star. Which number is the largest here? So this is a look at LCM. You see, it's good practice, even if you're in NGSA, if you're in SDA, if you're in CPEA, a lot of the exams overlap with each other, right? Especially these multiple choice questions. So teachers, especially teachers of standard 4, if you're looking for some quick multiple choice to just helps, multiple choice is very good to get a wide range of information across fast in the student's mind. It's very good for revision, even though they are not tested in multiple choice. But you don't want to do too much near the exam. You don't want to mess up what they are accustomed seeing for the exam, but still, it's very useful. I recommend. Now we'll check what, well, which number is the largest? This one is actually pretty tough. We can do some estimates in this. So what you all thinking? C is the answer, 33 out of 44. This is the same as 3 out of 4. This is the same as 7 out of 10. What is 12 out of 45? This is small. We just know that that is really small, and they want the largest. This is less than half. It's less than half. So we'll just ignore this. This is also less than half. So we can ignore this, right? It's less than half of 60. So it's obviously 1 out of these 2. Now 7 out of 10, 3/4 is 7.5 out of 10. How many of you all know that? That's so this is less. This is less. 3/4. I'm trying to get my eraser, pressing everything other than eraser. Is less than 7.5 out of 10. What am I saying? I'm saying that 3/4 represents 7.5 out of 10. And if this is 7 out of 10, it means C is definitely, you guys win. You win with C. Let's keep going. So how much people? Will we get 400 people on this PEP live? Can we reach the big 400? I'm seeing 400 here, but that's a combination of my Kerwin Springer channel and the Student Hub channel, right? How many do you see? Examine the bakery goods below. What percentage of the total number of goods is outside the square? Oh, I guess this is a gingerbread house. I wanted to know what is that? I was trying to figure out what is this. This is a gingerbread house. What percentage of the total number of goods is outside the house? So we just need to see outside. How many do we have outside? And can you verify that we have 10 outside? And how many do we have inside? 4 by inside we have 20, right? So is it half? Is it a half? What do you all think? It's not a half. It's not a half. And we'll see why just now. But it's not a half, right? Because D is a possible answer, isn't it? Like 10 outside, 20 inside. 10 out of 20 is, no. What percentage of the total number of goods? So we have to do it out of the total. Ha, ha, ha. First trick of the paper. So the total is actually the inside plus the outside is 10 plus 20. The total is 30. So what percentage is outside of the total number of goods? You'll have to put 10 out of 30 multiplied by 100 over 1. Now, this is 1/3 and 1/3 family. We know that from a mile away, that's going to be 33 and 1/3%. We are cooking. Number 5. Can you guess how many questions there are in this paper? Each spider, press like. Load up the likes button there. Each spider has 8 legs and 2 eyes. If there are 48 legs and 12 eyes, how many spiders are there? Let's just go 8 into 48 is 6. 2 into 12 is also 6. I am thinking that we have 6 spiders. 6 spiders. Now, I'm not too sure about those eyes. I know spiders have compound eyes. What does a spider eye look like? Nothing like doing a paper and getting distracted and going and looking up a spider's eye. The spider seems to have more than 2 eyes. Double check this, everybody. Look at that spider eyes there. It looks like, that's what I'm seeing. Anyhow, so let's keep going. Number 6, the bar. Are you afraid of spiders? Anybody here afraid of spiders? Which animal are you the most afraid of? The bar below, or which animal gets your blood crawling the most? The test contains digestive system and photosynthesis. Oh, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 questions. I am thinking that maybe they gave us 10 questions. Maybe not. Maybe it could have been a multiple of 10. And there were 4 digestive questions and 6 photosynthesis questions. So they correct the ratio of digestive to digestive systems to the total number of questions on the exam is 4 to 10. Which statement is true about the ratio of the number of photosynthesis questions to the number of digestive? Photosynthesis to digestive. Photosynthesis was 6 out of 10, and digestive was 4 out of 10. So if I want to go photosynthesis to digestive, I'll be like 6 to 4. 6 to 4. 6 to 4. Oh, Nathan, come back. Nathan, yeah, changed man right now. Guys, I went to a school and there was somebody in the school that I banned and that person stayed home. So I had to write him a letter. Uncle Kerwin, love from Guyana. Big up Guyana every time. If you're from Guyana, say yay, yay. I see you. I forgot to check if anybody was from Jamaica. Anybody from Jamaica, throw some Jamaica flags because we're doing PEP right now. This is indeed a PEP exam. PEP practice exam. A bicycle is sold at 25% discount. The sale is $180. What was the original price before the discount? Ooh, this is the naughty question. Everybody see if you can get the answer for this. This is the tricky question. I was doing this with my NGSA class this week. I was doing this with my SEA class a couple of weeks ago. This is the scary question. Oh boy. So this question has to be done this way. I need everybody to lock in. Type lock in the chat. The problem with this question is discounts, percentages, any type of percentages cannot attack final values like that. So you have to do an indirect method to get the answer. This is the selling price, and they want the original price. So yep, you got to add up the 100 and the 25. Now there's a even faster way to do it. A faster way to see it. 25% represents a quarter. So this is a quarter plus the original price. So what we're trying to say is 100% plus the 25% represents that 180. So 125% represents that 180. There's a faster way to visualize this if you use the fraction. Because remember, 25% is a quarter. So this is 5 over 4. Everybody understand that? 5 over 4 represents 180. 5 quarters is what that 180 represents. So therefore, the whole or the selling, the cost price or the original value, whole, anything you want to call it, but the original is going to be, remember we do this, you multiply by the reciprocal, the inversion of this. That's the way how you do this question. If you try to do it the other way, where you find 25% of 180, you're going to get it very wrong. Very wrong. 5 into 5, 1. 5 into 18, 3. Remainder 3. 5 into 36, so that's 36 times 4. 36 times 4 is how much? Well, it looks like they actually did it wrong and don't have a correct answer in the question. Oh, it's a discount. My bad. Back. It's a discount, not an additional. So it's 100 minus 25. This is 25% less. It's a discount. It's a discount. My bad. 100 minus 25. So this is 75% of the original value. 75% represents 180. All right, that was a little scary there. So 3/4 represents 180. So we're back on the right path. So once you have the 3/4 represents 180, the whole is going to be 180 multiplied by the reciprocal, 4 over 3. So 3 into 186 times, you get the 240 now. Cooking. Now, this made me remember I was doing some discounting this week. I hope I subtracted. I hope I did the right thing and I didn't add. I hope so. All right, so we saw a little issue there. If it's a discount, this means that this is actually less. Usually when this question comes, it's like a 25% add-on or a tax or some other thing, or a profit. Usually this question comes with profit, so you add it on. So you do 100 plus 25, but this was a discount. Discount means less than the original value. Yikes, let him cook. It is now 18:45 hours. What did the time be? 9? Oh, we just got to add this, man. Let's just go ahead and add this. Now, since this is going to go into, there's two things we can do. I can minus 12 to start with one time, or I could just wait till I add it on and just minus 24. So I feel like minusing 24 is the better bet. So let's go 9:30, because it's in the 24-hour clock, right? I'm getting 15 here, and then 1 hour comes across, because this is like 75. And if I minus 60, that's 1 hour, and I'll get 15, right? And then the 1 hour transfers here. So this is just basically 19 plus 9, which is 28, 28:15. And if it's 28:15 in the 24 o'clock, that means it crossed the 24 mark. So I'll just minus 24 off of that like this. Yum. Give me that 24 and I get 4:15 hours. Cooking. Be back at it again. For those who just touched on, I'm not in my usual location today because I'm not home. But the maths will still be mathsed. And we'll be back at it again 3 o'clock. We have a double session today. Somebody say double session. Which ratio is equivalent to the ratio 5:6? U. I don't need to go far to get the answer for this. Hold on. Did I share the link in my class groups? Yikes. Can y'all do the next question once I just make sure I share the link in my class groups? I mean, it's the same place all the time. And But yeah, nah, boy. Just making sure. Lock in. All right, so we're back at it. ASMR keyboard typing. Oh, you always see any typing? I was typing to my class groups. Which fraction represents this? Ooh, easy. Don't you just love to multiply fractions? 3/4 multiplied by 2/5. 2 into 2, 1, 2 into 4, 2, 3 over 10. And then who looks like 3 over 10 here? You. You look like 3 over 10. I see you. Because if I say 2 into this, I get 3, and 2 into this, I get 10. You thought you were hiding, but I spot you right there. So D is the answer. Which of the following represents an exponential form of the expression in the box? Now, this type of exponents doesn't show up in SEA. The idea carries across slightly to NGSA, slightly. But this type of exponent stuff is strictly PEP, but it's very easy. Repeated multiplication means exponent. So just like if I say 4 squared means 4 times 4, guess what? 4 to the power of 3 means 4 times 4 times 4. So what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 4 to the power of 6. Ta-da! B. Not bad at all, right? Not bad at all. In fact, they should throw this in SEA too. Nah, SEA is a monster by itself. It doesn't need any help. From the third term on, each number in the pattern is formed by adding the 2 previous terms together. Which pattern would follow this rule? So this is based off of what we call the Fibonacci sequence, right? Something like that. So 2 plus 2 gives me 4. 2 plus 4, 6. 4 plus 6, 10. 6 plus 10. Ooh, you're working. From the third term on, each number in here. 5 plus 5, 10. 5 and 10. No, you didn't work. 1 and 2 is, no, you didn't work from the goal. 3 and 6 is 9. 6 and 9 is 15. 9 and 15 is 24. 15 and 24. You was going so good until this point. So the only answer here is A. Am I live on TikTok right now? No, I'm not. It's tough for me to run. I have a really powerful computer at home, so I can run the 2 lives at the same time. I don't want my laptop to explode here in Orlando. Trying to run 2 lives at the same time. I might try it for later. And see what happens. Which of the following represents 5,810? 5,810. All right, 5,810. C. Oh yes, this exam is cake and ice cream. Which are the following? Cake and ice cream so far, right? Only like 2 troublesome questions came. Which of the following is a finite set? A set of whole numbers. A set of stars in the sky. Finite means it ends. So the set of whole numbers go on and on forever. The stars in the sky is technically finite, but they usually use this to represent infinite, like, because we could never count out all the stars in the sky. We don't know, but it's always a bad example for someone to use this because this is more like unknown. Right? So the set of months in the year, oh, that's 12. That's finite. The set of even numbers, this goes on and on forever. Forever. So the best answer here is C. Now, B is a little sus, but C is way better of an answer, right? So the best answer is C. Because finite means you can count it. You can get the final number. It finishes. And what's the opposite of finite, class? It has a symbol that looks like this. It's a number that fascinates people your age. Which of the following is a common prime factor of both 45 and 60? 15. 15 can go into the both of them, but I don't see it here. Both B and C? Yes. 3 can go into both of them. 5 can go into... This is the best answer. So we're seeing that in PEP, infinite is the opposite. Very good. We're seeing that in PEP, there is a convention where you must always pick the best answer. Somebody say best answer. Because this is correct, but this is more correct. Does that make sense? Well, according to PEP, it does. So you want the best answer. So yes, 3 is a... Hold on. Let me make sure. So the following is a common prime factor of both 40. Yes, this is prime and it is a factor. I now see the word prime there, you know. This is prime. Therefore, I couldn't say 15. 15 are prime, hard luckily by 50. But the best answer here is both B and C. Now, 2 can go into 45. So 2 are the mashy bricks. What percentage of 80 is 64? So I can put 64 over 80 and figure out what that is. I can do that. I think I can do that. Maybe get it down to 10. Like 8 into this is 10. 8 into this is 8. So I'm getting 8 out of 10. And then multiply that back up to 100. And I will see that this is the same as 80 over 100, which is 80%. Big up. Big up your whole self. Big up your street and your community one time if you was able to do that nicely. 80% of a number is 200. What is the number? So 80% looks like 8 over 10 or 4 over 5. Who knows that? Who knows that 80% is 4/5 in the fifth family? So it's better to write it like this. 4/5 represent 200, and then write the whole represents or is equal to now 200 multiplied by the reciprocal. So can you see that in every single island in the Caribbean, a student is going to have a fraction represent quantity, find the whole by multiplying by the quantity by the reciprocal? Can you see? And 4 into 4, 1, 4 into 250, 50 times 5, 250. The answer is totally B. Totally B. Totally B. Number 18, and we nearly finished. We're not nearly finished, we're nearly halfway. Which of the following fractions is equivalent to 25%? Where's a quarter? Come to me. And I'm even going to dignify this question with watching it a second time. If the product of a number and its reciprocal is 1, which of the following could be the numbers? The product of a number and its reciprocal is 1. That's actually the answer for every number except 0, you know. Every number works like that except 0. And that's this thing here. This number here is given a special name because of that. When you multiply a number by its multiplicative inverse, which is called the reciprocal, you get the multiplicative, big words here, you had to learn this in secondary school, identity, which is aka 1. Every number in the world works like that except 0. So A and C is the answer. D, somebody say best answer. Somebody say that. I don't like these types of questions where this is correct, that is correct, and this is more correct. I hate these questions. That's bad question formation, but you might as well learn it if it pops in the exam, right? So if you multiply 2 by its reciprocal, guess what? You still get 1. If I multiply any number, how old are you? How old are you? 11. 11 multiplied by its reciprocal. Guess who pops up there? 1. Multiply any number by its reciprocal and you're going to get 1. That's why it's called the multiplicative identity. The Venn diagram below shows 2 sets, X and set Y. Cool. X and Y should have gone there. X is the factors of 8. Y is the factors of 12. Sounds good to me. Which number represents the HCF of 8 and 12? 4. Let's go find that in the answers. Let's go find that in the answers. Some of you all are 12 years old. Some of you all are 8 years old. You're 8 years old and you're watching this? Well, big up you. We also have somebody who thinks they're a dinosaur here. Study the pattern below. Figure 1, figure 2, figure 3. Oh my gosh, how many times have I seen this pattern in CXC, in NGSA, In every exam, they love this toothpicks pattern, boy. Give me a chance. How many sticks would be in figure 4? All right. Hold on. I know what to do. Just now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They add 4. You see that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14. They add in 4. So guess who's going to be? Guess what's going to happen for figure 4? You just add 4 more. 4 plus 14 is 12. Just kidding. 4 plus 14 is 18. So the answer is part B. So they brought it again. We're protesting. No more. Actually, bring more. Actually, since we know this question so good, you're fine. If you want to bring it, bring more of this. Bring more. Calculate the perimeter of the compound shape below. Let's see. Perimeter. What are the 2 words that stand for perimeter? Hey, I'm seeing a total of 500 people in the live. That's pretty good for a PEP session. So all the PEPers, big up yourself. And if you're from SE or NGSA or CPEA here and here for the revision, also big up yourself. Calculate the perimeter of the compound shape below. We have 14. We have 14 here. Distance around. We have another 14 over here. Best answer. What are we going to have here? Well, this could be just 18. This whole side is just 18. But if you want to separate it, you'll say 18 minus 13. This is really good revision. I'm loving this. Anybody feeling good? What else? This feeling like a nice casual Sunday afternoon to put your foot up, rock back, and take in some Kerwin Springer on YouTube. You're doing this while you're sipping on your nut coffee. 18 minus 13 is, whoa, that is not drawn to scale. Who decided to make this 18 and this 13? Because that means that this is 5. But how this could be 5 and this is 13? And why is this dimension off of that? We're not here to ask these. We're not here. Wait. Calculate. Did I make a mistake? 14. Where I got this 14 from? Yes, I'm going good. This 5 is correct. But I think I see what you all are quarreling about. I just threw down 14 here willy-nilly. I was like this in the middle. But then you all are correct. This figure has no kind of behavior about it. This figure is very well misbehaving. This figure, Nathan, you draw this on, Nathan. So you guys are so right. This has to be 13. This is a square here. This isn't in the middle. So this is 13, and this is 13. Are we looking now? What y'all think? Sahara, that's backs. Nathan, do me a favor. Yes. Look, it's good. I'm getting the pass. I'm not going to include this because this isn't any distance around. So I just need to add up everything now. 18, 14, and strangely enough, that is 5, 13, 13, 13. Let me talk to whoever drew this figure, please, and tell them to try and organize themselves. I mean, not drawn to scale is okay, but how much not drawn to scale? You cannot draw this to scale. So 4 and 6 is 10, and 8 is 18, and 8 is 26, 30. Anybody get 30? Put the 3 across there. Let me see if anybody ends in 0 here. Looking at you, sensing you. Let me see if I sense it right. 3 and 3 and 3. Yes, 90. We cooking. Number 22 has been cooked, but we are very disappointed in number 22 in trying to convince us and gaslight us that this is 5 and this is 13. We will have to make a complaint. Where's Protester Man? Come down here. Draw diagram better. Draw diagram better, right? So we protesting about that. Cool. Okay, number 23. Study the table below. Relationships exist between the row 1 and its corresponding number in row 2. Row 1, row 2, row 1, row 2, row 1. So something is missing. According to the pattern, you have identified the table which number accurately replaces the square in row 2. Is it going up by a consistent amount? That's what my foot. What is going on here? It's going up and down. And they didn't give me much numbers to play with. Feel I need to protest again. I'm going back up to protest, man. Because this isn't fair to make a pattern. But if this was based off a real PEP question, let me show you what you'll do, right? So most likely this is one of those up and down patterns. Somebody say up and down. So let's double check. It went up by 8 and then it come down by 12. Let's send this up by 8 again. Maybe. And then the next one is 20. That doesn't work. Hold on, I now realize something. This number changed. This is not 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This number changed. I was protesting and I was wrong. I was wrong in that protest. Yes, I nearly bring protester man for nothing. So watch, boy. We can't just jump and make assumptions. You see, when you make assumptions, you could bounce it too. I made some bad assumptions there. You have to read the whole question. This is actually multiplying by 4. And then this is multiplying by 4. And then this is This is a very well-behaved question, and I nearly put him in the naughty question corner. This is a multiply by 4. So this is just multiply by 4, 28. You have to read everything. You have to read everything. That's the lesson there, boy. What's the lesson we learn here? Or I learn here? Read everything. Just everything. Read everything. Read everything. Everything. Okay, so let's keep going. Number 24, we need to add two fractions together and figure out what it's going to be. Add two fractions together. I see someone using mean language there. Hola ban. Somebody say ban time. Okay, let's go again. So 16 out of 31 plus 9 out of 31. Oh, what do we notice right away as we read everything? We notice that our denominators are the same. And if the denominators are the same, what does that mean? We just get to add it one time. 9 and 16 is 25 out of 31. And that's the end of that. D. Next question. A number is made up of the following place values: 500s, 2 10s, 5 1s. What does the number represent? 500s, 2 10s, 5 1s. They're serious with this? 500s, 2 10s, 5 1s. These kind of questions is how many heebie-jeebies. You know? I'm not too sure. Like something afoot here. A number is made up of the following place values below. I'm reading everything here. Reading everything. 500s, 2 10s, 5 1s. What's the trick? Which number does it? There's no trick. There's no trick. It's as simple as you see me here. Maria gave clues about a mystery number. The first digit is 2, less than the second. Okay, that could be you. That can't be you. Can't be you. wait. What does she mean by the first digit? Which one she mean first? The first digit coming this way or the first digit coming this way? Because how the first clue gave me the answer. Dino mystery number. The third digit is triple the second digit. The third digit is 9. Maria, next time come up with better secrets like that. I can't trust Maria to keep no kind of secret. Because the first hint X of all the rest. The first digit is 2 less than the second. Come now, man, Maria. So a runner completed 3/8 of a race. Which point of the number line shows how much of the race the runner completed? 3/8? 3/8 is about, now we have to be a little careful about this, right? Remember the eighths family have some fractions. This is 0.125 or 1.25 out of 10 or 12.5% or 125 out of 1,000. So 1/8 will be not quite on the 1. It will be a little smooth off. 3/8, if you remember your family, 3/8 is what? 3.75. So where are you going to sneak this? 3.75. Oh, they want us to between 0 and 1? 3/8 of the race. Or they between 2 and 3? Nah. Between 3 and 4, 3/8 right there. Right there. 3.75 is between 3 and 4. C. Answer is C. Not this one. Not this one. Between 4 and 5. Everybody subscribed. I think we can reach 200,000 subscribers in the year 2026. P and Q are whole numbers, and P times Q is divisible by 3. Which statement about P is true and Q is not divisible by 3? Okay, I do not understand what that says, so let me just read that, what that said. So let me just read that over again one more time. P and Q are whole numbers, and P times Q is divisible by 3. Cool, good. Which statement about P is true when Q is not divisible by 3? So if you have two numbers, and when you multiply them together, you get an answer that's divisible by 3, meaning 3 can go into that without leaving a remainder. Good. That's what it's saying. What does that mean if you're telling me that Q is not, that means P has to be the one that's divisible by 3. P must be divisible by 3. That's what they're saying. For example, if you have the number 5 times something and you got a number here that's divisible by 3, let's say you got the number 30. It means for this to happen, this number must be divisible by 3. It will be 6, and 6 is divisible by 3. You have to include the factor of 3 somewhere. 3 must be able to multiply into this. So one of 3 must be divisible by something here. And if it's not Q, it had to be P. So P is the way. P must be divisible by 3 is the answer for this. This was a very clever question. They should bring it first here. So now we go again. Which pair of numbers, when inserted in the boxes labeled P and Q, will produce a sum that is less than 1? Okay, we want it to add up to be less than 1. If Q is 4, let's examine Q first. It's looking dangerous. If Q is 4, that's done 1 already. So nah. If Q is 8, that's a half. 2, 6 and a half. I like you. We come back to you just now. 3, 6 is a half. 4, 6 is more than a half. So no. If I put this as 4, 6, and then I put 3, 6, a half plus more than a half is going to be more than 1. That's what I'm thinking. So, nah. 2 over 6 is small, but then 4 over 4 again. Nahi. It's not going to be less than 1. So we're going back to our guy that we was very interested in. That was B. So B, if I have 2 over 6, questions come in nice now, man. Come in with some a little extra sauce on it, and you know we like we questions with some sauce. So this is a half plus 2, 6, and 2, 6 is less than a half. So we know this is safely less than 1. B is the correct answer. Jamai wants to determine the number of marbles in a jar. Rivaldo gave him some clues. All right, let's see if Rivaldo better at giving clues than where's my friend name from up here with the clues? Maria, boy. Maria clues was very bad. Let's see if Rivaldo is better at giving clues. The number of marbles in the jar is greater than 20. Yeah, you're drinking a Pepsi and rocking back. Enter telling Lena to drink no sugary drinks. I want to hear some natural juices. What's your favorite juice? Sir, I drinking a Pepsi and rocking back. Sir, acting a little Let's not read that. Sir, eating roti with ketchup. Sir, do you think I could pass? Yeah, man, you could pass. Oh, please, I'm not me don't eat. Me fasting. I hope me don't talk like me all the time. Me fasting. And the letter I does exist. 167 is crazy. We could give Sir that 200K subscribers. Nice. I like how you talking. I have SEA next week, guys. A lot of people have SEA next week. Shout me out, Sir. I'm in standard 4 and I understand most of it and I subscribe. There you go. Nobody asked me for shout out again till the end because I accidentally click on that. I wasn't supposed to click on that. I mess up myself there, bad boy. This is not how you spell Portugal. Somebody spell Portugal properly in the chat, please. Pineapple juice, pomegranate juice. Excuse? Something tells me a P is missing from there. Apple. Apple juice, orange juice, fruit punch. I don't like juice. Very rare that you'll get an 11-year-old who doesn't like juice. Coke, orange juice, grape, Portugal. Nah, this looks good. Water. Excuse? I'm seeing some drinks there that have some OH groups in them, man. Some OH groups, and you're not supposed to have them OH groups in them drinks. Greater than 20. Number of marbles is greater than 20. So it's one of these three. All right. So far, the clues pretty good. What y'all think about Rivaldo's clues? Less than 50. So then this one gets X'd out. So now it's just these two. A multiple of 4. So then, Rivaldo clues making sense, man. Clues X them out one by one. Maria clues just X out the all three one time and you get the answer. You know what I mean? We statement below, if placed in the box, will make the equation correct. 500 minus 120. Nah. 7292 divided by 3. Is this divisible by 3? Yes, it is. Can 3 go into this 3 times? Nah. Hold on. You mash your breaks right there. 18 times 22. That'll connect plenty work. Let me try another one. One. Yeah, no. This is 4 and 4 makes 8. So therefore, I'm not even going to bother to multiply you. I just go in and pick C. C is the goal. Sometimes elimination can save you from multiplying 18 times itself 2 times and having to add 36 and 36 and you get 6 and 36. Yeah, you get 396. Yeah, correct. But eliminating the others was faster than actually multiplying this. So way to go. A pencil case has 3 pencils and 2 rulers. 2 similar cases contain 6 pencils and 4 rulers. How many cases are there? There are 30 pencils and 20 rulers. What are they trying to say? A pencil case, 3 pencils, 2 rulers. 2 similar cases contain 6 pencils. They're just showing you that it fits the pattern, right? So I just need to divide this by 3, get 10, divide this by 2, also get 10. We did one just like this already. Guys, we nearly reached the end. Somebody say, nearly reached the end. We nearly finished. That's my youngest son, one of his favorite words right now. Anytime he's doing something that he don't like, are we nearly finished? Nearly finished? What is this about? Weight of fruits. Which item was the lightest? No. This cannot be now official paper. By the way, we coming back at this again. You all just getting an hour break and then we coming back to reach through our STA paper as fast as we can. So you all have to help me do that. Oh, that person calling me like if them know me from a long time, so boy. So yeah, the lightest is definitely. Was it wrong answers only? Wrong answers only. It is mangoes, but like this was too easy. So C 1.2. Which conclusion can be made from the information from the table? All items are between 1 and 2 kilograms. 1 and 2 kilograms. Yeah, that's true. All items are over. You can't. Well, You could say that. All items are over 2 kilograms. I can't say this. All items are over 1 kilogram. Well, you had to pick the best answer here. Somebody write best answer again. This answer is better because it limits it between the two upper and a lower limit, 1 and 2 kilograms. This is also correct. All items are over 1 kilogram. I don't know what they was trying to prove here. They was probably overthinking it. What is this? Weights of fruits and vegetables bought at the market. Yeah, they clearly was overthinking it here. So, but the best answer is A. This is more, has more resolution on it. Between 1 and 2 kilograms is better than just all items over 1 kilograms. But keep in mind, I tell you, I don't like these kind of questions that vague like this. And questions could jump in the cane field. Keisha asks 20 children about the number of sisters they have. Some children have no children has more than 3. More children have 2 sisters than any other number. All right. Let's go forward with this. Let's see where they're going with this. Which tally chart best represents the information? Some people have no children. Nobody has more than 3. So you could rock so, nah. And you could rock so, nah, because I only have 4. Now we just need to check the others. No child has more than 3. Which one is the most? Which one is the mode? The mode is 2. So I'm going to see between B and C. Is this the mode? Yes. Is this the mode? No. The mode is 0 here. So the mode, using that mode, I am convinced that this is the tally chart. Some people have 0. Nobody has more than 3, but the most is 2. Very good. Very good. So I'll shake my own hand and we'll move on to the next question. 36, a survey done with 40 grade 6 students about their favorite sport. The pie chart below shows, so cricket running things here. Cricket is half. Football is the second and netball is the third. Let's keep it rolling. Which statement best describes the information in the diagram? No more than 10 students like netball. What? How them figure that out? All right, that's us. A little sus. Could be, but let's see if we get something better. More students chose cricket and football and netball combined. Also sus. At least 40 students like cricket. Sus, because 40 is the whole 40 grade is 40. D better come in clutching it because I don't like none of these answers. At most 5 students like football. Nah. So you definitely know. Hard no. And also no. This looks like it's right down the middle. More students chose cricket than football and netball combined. It's actually equal. I had to go with A. They give me no choice. They leave me no choice. And I will pick A because as I'm watching it now, I see that this is actually less than a quarter. A quarter is here. It looks like less than a quarter. And each quarter contains 10 because it's out of 40. So no more than 10? Okay, fine. I like it. Fine. We will allow it. We will allow it. No more than 10 students like netball. Yeah, maybe it's about 8. So number 37, 3 out of every 5 pupils in a class bring lunch from home. If there are 30 pupils in the class, how many bring lunch from home? 3 out of every 5 bring lunch from home. That's a fraction, a proportional ratio. 3 out of the 5. If there are 30 students, just hit them a little 13, man. 5 into 36 trees are 18. We back to cooking. So Hara does team assemble. Oh no. Oh no, they are grouping up. They are organizing. Number 38, Richard is able to type 200 words per minute. How many words can he type in 24 seconds if he types at this rate? Well, in a minute, last time I checked, in a minute has how many seconds? 60 seconds. And how many times does 24 going to 60 is what we need to check for this 200. So it's 24 out of 60 multiplied by the 200 is a fraction of the minute. Cake and ice cream things again. We just love multiplying fractions across here. Even the Sahara dust crew loves to multiply fraction. Anybody who wants to join my class, I'm seeing this person is saying, the registration for my class for Standard 5 will come out sometime in May. As soon as it comes out, it fills up. I am not kidding. It's going to fill up in 1 day. So look out for it by following me on Facebook. It's already almost filled because we give the students in the student first preference to the class that they want. So it's just going to have a few spaces open, but we have lots of Standard 5 classes in the student hub, and all of them fill up really fast. So as soon as the registration comes out for Standard, it's our most popular class in the student hub. As soon as it comes out, make sure you register early, and you're in for a surprise this year. There's going to be something fun happening with the prices. Remember, I told you that. So as soon as the registration opens in May, it might actually have early registration in April, but in April or May, you follow the student hub, you follow my Facebook, and you'll be able to register early. Anyhow, what's the answer for this? Is it D? Cross. Those of you who want to get into the NGSA CPEA class, same thing. There'll be a few NGSA maths classes this cycle, but you have to register early. So 6 into 24, 4 2s are 8, 80. Everybody was saying 80, right? 80. And this is the second to last question. Believe it or not, we are getting ready to wrap up the show. Which of the shapes in the box can be combined to form the shape below? Something tell me it's going to be this and this, this and this, 1 and 4. 1 and 4, assemble. You can also use a lot of trees, and if we had like these kind of shapes to kind of fill it up. So 1 and 4, 1 and 4, see. And last question. More clues. Jada wants to save money towards buying a new tablet. The prices do not exceed 6,000, so it's less than 6,000. Her father gives her 4,000 to start. She plans to save 200 every week. W represents the number of weeks needed. So 200 times W plus the initial 4,000 must be less than the 6,000. Is that what they want me to do? Because that's actually high-level stuff. That is secondary school stylings day, boy. That's forming an algebraic expression with inequalities. I mean, it's not that bad. Think about it. That's what they were saying. The prices do not. We're going to check the answer just now. Using symbols from the box below, determine the following numbers. Oh, and I have to use does not exceed. So I have to put this actually. This one. The one with the equal sign with it. So yeah, this one is a special label. I see a student, so you could close all your eyes. So 200 times W plus 4,000 must be less than or equal to 6,000. And there we go. There we go. That's part D. When you see a number next to a letter, it means multiply in math. So 200 times W plus 4,000 must be less than or equal to 6,000. And that's the end of that, folks. That's all she wrote. So long. So long now. Now, I'm not too sure what's going to happen next week, Sunday, you know. Not too sure. I have to talk to all the people who have been making questions and stuff and sending it to me, and we'll decide. What do y'all think? We should just come next week and just vibe for like a half an hour, play some games and things. Maybe we can play some massive online educational games. We can probably play some games, do a couple quizzes, and just call that George. Next week is just vibes. Next week is just, this is not standard English, it's just vibes. Next week is just vibes, people. You can just be vibing next week, so you can let your parents know. However, we will be popping in. Now the vibes is not just going to be wasting time. We would be doing constructive things, but We are back at it again. So we just have an hour break. 3 p.m. I'll be back and I'll be trying to speed run one of the years with the SEA. I won't be doing much explanations. It's going to be a recent year, maybe 2022 or 2024. What are you all seeing on YouTube there? What they have load up for me there? What they have planned for me here, boy? What they got planned for me here? 2022. 2022. So you're going to do a speed run of 2022. Let's see what's going on here. Shout out Newton Gills. Yeah, call me Ariana last time. Okay. So I love you. I love you too. It's mutual. The feeling is mutual. So make me a bread and cheese. The way you asked, didn't like it. Didn't vibe. Didn't vibe with me there. You gotta rephrase the question and come again. So do you do Form 1 maths? I actually do. But next year, there's going to be another teacher in the student hub teaching the Form 1 maths. Cahoots, we could bust that down next week. Done in under hour. Yeah, first time in a long time. My first choice is Cabro. You're going to get it. So I did SCA 2022 and get 75 out of 75. Well, you have to be in that speed run later to help me speed through that, right? Shout out La Hokita North Government. My name is Talissa. Let me tell you a secret, Talissa. In the year 1994, 1995, I went that school. I just went for like a term more year. I actually went to La Hokita North Government, right next to the highway, a long time ago. That would have been about 31 years ago. Yep. So I'm doing better in my booklets because of you. Very nice, very nice. I hope everybody who in this live seeing some W's in the exam. Kelsey from your Friday class. Scarborough RC. Soraya is my name. So tomorrow is mock test. Yeah, a lot of y'all may have some mock tests again this week. Shout out Mrs. Hart. Shout out Barataria Anglican. Dignity. Hey. Big up JC. Big up JC. Jace. Big up Jace one time. I record that name the shout out a time ago. Some of that name I record the shout out. Some of you all I speak to your parents on Facebook. So big up and bless up. Some of you all your parents locked in on Facebook, right? So shout out to everybody who parents following me on Facebook. Big up Daniel Wickham. Hold on. Daniel Wickham. My teacher Daniel Wickham. But he is an older student. So who are you? So me. Carissa, what's up? We the best cooks. Please, Aaron, sir. Aaron. Big up yourself. So do you like mango? Come on, who doesn't like mango? I love mango. I like starch mango, Julie mango, Dudus mango, sugar mango, long mango. There's lots of mangoes that I like. Cutlass mango. Shout out to your bed. Big shout out to the bed. First time the bed got a shout out, so we will take it. Yeah, missed the word magnificent before bed, but we'll still take it. Shout me out, Angel. Shout out Miss James. Kiona. Victory. Let me see Victory text, man. Victory and Shemaya. Big shout out to Victory and Shemaya from Guyana. St. Catherine's Gill Anglican. Nikolai from Friday class. What's up, Nick? Shout out Richmond Street boys. The best squad, the student hub. Don't know. Giselle, love you too. Bless up. So can I get a shout out, please, Rishma? Shout out to you and the baby. Shout out to Mango. So you should open your own school. I have the online platform that is the Student Hub, right? So if you're getting problems in any subject in secondary school, remember the Student Hub and pop in. Shout out Ethan, Austin, Nabir, Brandon, Andre, and Kerwin Springer. Man, come in the full list, yes. Food Gang. Big up St. Lucia every time. Anybody else from St. Lucia? And Annette Francis. Big up. I nearly say something there, Rebecca. I nearly catch me in Rebecca aboard. But now we not bigging that up. I love my mommy. So big up Onika and her mommy. Shout out. My name is Kermia. Shout out Richmond Street. So you sounding tired. Why you okay? Anytime I'm sitting, you'll see I sound tired. So that's why I have to stand. But I'm not home. I'm not home. So I have a story to tell you about mangoes. Someday you'll meet me and you'll tell me that story. Richmond boys getting real shout out here, boy. And well, St. Mary's, Mokarapo girls. No feed, that is not that is the alibi. We had to take down that video, but we might post it back up. But I'll have to blank out some of the names. Shout out to St. Dominic's Penal RC School, St. Charles RC School, DB Hindu, Cassius Adonis brother, Keenan Presbyterian, Trinidad. If you're from Trinidad, say yeah. Barataria Anglican. All right, we're running out of shout outs here. We reach where we're going. Barataria Anglican, Claxton Bay, Ingrid Martinez, Balmain Presbyterian. Simi, please, Danielle, Maya, Sarah, Elon, Ethan. Big up Sir Danraj, Mr. Danraj, wherever you are, big up yourself. Korean here. Shout out Shemaya, Arima West, St. Margaret's Boys, and Elohim Learning Center. And we will call her George. Madison, what's up? Madison is my partner from church. Jerry, Jojo. Yeah, we will call her George. JC, Mr. Matthews. Big up Miss Williams and Richmond. Richmond, just big up yourself. Ending stream now. See you all in less than 1 hour.